What is up? Happy, what day is it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Happy Wellness Wednesday, everybody. I don't mean to sound cliche, but let's just call a spade a spade. Every day should be a wellness day for you, but let's just call today Wellness Wednesday. This is Killer K-Rail.
Hey,
that is
my
strong beast mode partner Jill back there. She's warming up the band. We're gonna do an encore today with the band. Now remember yesterday I talked about how the different colors signify different strengths. So the lighter the color is, the less strength the band has. This is a yellow, this is a green. So I'm going to be demonstrating an exercise that's really going to fire up those glutes. Jill was talking about the medial side of the glutes especially not firing properly and being weak often, which can transfer to lower back pain. So we don't want any of that to happen to any of your beautiful faces out there. So we're going to teach you some skills that are going to keep you away from the doctor's offices and keep you walking around with good posture, no back pain, and strength, because we want you to be nice and strong and lean and ripped.
Yes, we do.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to demonstrate a hip bridge, lying leg scissor, which is going to be a really good incorporation of the abductors, the glutes, and the core all rolled into one. And then I'm going to show you this drill that you've probably heard of called the clamshell. So before we get to the clamshell, I want to tell you this. We call these things, some people on the gym floors call push-ups on your knees girl push-ups or sissy push-ups. Well, there's no such thing. It's a modified push-up. And clamshells are an exercise that you probably see a lot of women do out there on the streets and out in gyms. But guess what, guys? You can do these as well. There is no pride in doing the correct exercises to make your body fit and well. So I'm going to demonstrate both of these, and then Jill's going to take the floor. And what are you going to demonstrate for us?
I'm going to demonstrate a resisted squat. A lot of the motions we do in life have a squatting motion, and oftentimes people will squat down and they claim to have thrown their back out. And that could possibly be due to the fact of no innervation of the medial glutes. So what I'm going to show you is a resisted squat that once you start getting into that squat motion and you are engaging the medial glutes, you will start protecting your back anytime you're lowering down towards the ground. So what we're trying to do here is create a motor unit with your medial glutes. A motor unit is merely when the muscle connects to the brain and everything is talking together. Okay, so what we're going to try and do here is create a motor unit between the medial glute and the brain. Does it happen overnight? Absolutely not. Sometimes it can take weeks and weeks and weeks. That's why doing these corrective exercises that will also help to tone and strengthen you are important to do on the daily.
Absolutely. So they basically have a carryover effect, and it's just like getting into fasting or getting into eating healthy or getting into a regular workout routine. You build yourself into it, you do small steps, and they lead to big changes. And as my good friend Zach Blaine would say, small muscles have big opinions. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to adjust the camera and I'm going to scoot back a little bit.
Okay, show us what you got, Kev.
Okay, Jill's going to be my assistant on this one. She's going to ask me questions as I go along. So I'm going to use my green band.
Is that the medium strength band?
This is the second highest up one, so it's not even quite medium.
Ooh.
It's one size down from medium.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go with the quadricep area right now,
okay,
like Jill did yesterday. So again, make sure your band is always flat on your flesh. You don't want it all bunched up like this, it's going to dig in and it's going to hurt. If you're wearing shorts especially, you want it to be flat, which mine is not. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to space my knees about hip width apart, so I already have a little bit of tension here in the band, so you want tension at all times. Now what we're going to do is this, we're going to do a hip bridge. We're going to lift our hips up as high as we can, and we're going to pull our knees out slightly. Now we're going to come down with our hips, we're going to raise our legs up like this, and we're going to move our legs out.
Oh, sweet. So you're engaging the core.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a glute core exercise, and then you're going right into the core.
Yeah, and then I lift my head up to get a little more contraction on my rectus abdominis.
Awesome.
Now, you can actually put the band down here a little bit lower on your shins, too. If you transfer the band lower, that's going to have more of an effect on your abs when you come out like this, and your adductors right here. So you have a couple angles to play with right there. And sit up. And then come out.
And if this is too intense, Kev, can they switch to the lighter one if they want to start going around the
Absolutely.
elbow? Okay.
Yeah, so you can quickly just shift this band out and shift the other one right back on. So now we're going to do the clamshell. So now we're going to put the band back up around here. And the name of the exercise is exactly how it is. So we're going to lie on the ground, sideline position with our arm on the ground like this. We're going to bring our knees together, and we're simply going to do this. We're going to lift our hip up in the air, our knee up in the air, and we're going to feel this recruitment right here on the outside of our glutes.
So when doing these exercises, guys, to create what's called that motor unit that I talked about before, thinking about the exercise, actually taking your fingers and pushing into that muscle will help to engage it. It sends a message to your brain that this is the muscle we want to use. Otherwise, Kevin could be fueling this with that TFL that runs along the side, the IT band, maybe some other tight muscles. But if you can really get in there, here, Kev, just pinch your muscle while you're doing it. Pinch, put your finger.
Pinch.
There you go.
Pinch.
So
Yeah,
now he's
right
actually pinching that medial glute and
Believe
telling his brain.
I'm feeling every bit of this, and this band is pretty light, and my glute is pretty much smoked already.
Awesome. So you're going to do both sides.
Right, so you do a set of 10 of those each side. Believe me, that's plenty right there. And also, another thing I'd like to mention is, you mentioned back pain before. My back was a little sore and tight.
Yeah.
I just got done my workout. Right now, already, from that 1 minute of drills I just did, my back feels amazing.
Awesome.
My back feels amazing.
That's
so
awesome.
see how that refers back and forth to other areas of the anatomy? It's awesome that way.
Yeah.
So you got to think in those kind of terms.
Okay, and thinking about really connecting the muscle with the brain. Okay, if we want to be strengthening the muscles we're thinking about, we have to think about those muscles and connect them to the brain. Okay, are you ready for the exercise? Okay, I'm up. Okay. So, if you just adjust the camera just a little bit.
I will be the cameraman, and I will be the one asking the questions.
If you can find a mirror, it would be fantastic. Just pull the mirror out of your closet if you have one. So, when doing a squat, we were talking about, oh, you squat down to pick something up. Oh, I threw my back out, right? Okay, possibly you weren't engaging the medial glutes. So, from here, what we want to do is create that motor unit. Let's bring the band around the knees. Not directly around the knees, right above the knees, okay? When I say around the knees, it's usually right above the knees, okay? So from here, we're gonna go in a perfect squat position, which is the ankles are gonna be over the shoulders, not too wide, not too close. You do wanna feel some tension on the band, okay? From here, instead of just squatting back, what I'd like you to do is push out on the band slightly, which is going to engage the medial glutes, hands on those medial glutes, and you're gonna squat back. So what happens for a lot of people in a squat position is when they do go to squat back, one knee is torqued in or the other knee's torqued in, one knee comes out, okay? To keep the back and the glutes working in a perfect angle, we wanna make sure that the knees and the ankles are above each other, okay? So that's why pushing against that band is going to start to engage those muscles that could be weaker and not firing, okay? So push and squat. And come on back up. It does not matter how far back you come. What matters is that you can feel these medial glutes engaging. Okay, I have most of my clients doing this exercise all the time. And then you can start to add in weights if you want to. Okay, you can do a squat bar on your back. You can be holding dumbbells, however you want to do this. But if you feel like you're not engaging your medial glutes, start somewhere. And this is the place to start.
So basically, what I recognize is you're just pushing your hips straight back and you're acting like you're sitting in a chair.
Exactly.
So notice the good alignment of her spine as well right here. If I was to put it, actually I do have a dowel I can put on her back. You always want to have a 3-point line of contact between the back of your head, your shoulders, and your lower back when you're doing any kind of squat or hip hinging or like a kettlebell swing or something like that. It's a basic tool to make sure that your alignment is perfectly stacked and correct. So you're pushing your knees outward as you're going down, right?
That's right.
And you're pushing your butt backwards.
Yep, knees out.
So basically it's like a prying motion, kind of like I was doing with the clamshell on the floor.
Starting motion has no push. From here, I'm going to push out to the side. As soon as I do that, it engages those medial glutes, and then the sit back.
Perfect.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, well, that was very informative.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the band exercises.
Yeah, if you have any questions or comments about the band exercise or the discs or anything else, let us know. My name is Killer K-Rail. Uh-oh, we just had 2 visitors about to pop in. Hey guys.
Invasion of the kiddos.
Invasion of the kiddos. Say hi.
So, absolutely, reach out to us. And remember, you can get these on Amazon. I just checked. Again this morning, they're still available. They are not expensive. Can you guys turn that down a little bit? They are not expensive. They're probably between $10 and $12 for all the different tensions. And then if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or a husband or wife that wants to work out with you, oftentimes you can just split those bands because one of you is going to be using the lighter one of you is going to be using the heavier one. Get your friends involved, get your kids involved.
Get your whole family involved, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go wide with these things. So anyway, that was our second band exercise. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to be throwing another one out at you. I'm going to get on this side so I can shut the camera off when it's time. This is Killer K-Rail.
This is Jill.
This is Jill the Beast. Beast Mode Jill. And have a wonderful Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. Make sure to eat clean today. Make sure to get some hugs. Pick up at least one piece of trash. Live in the present moment. Do at least one thing beyond your comfort zone.
Drink lots of water.
And drink lots of water. Until next time.